Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been a while, but we're back with another review. This is the Gladiator Batman from Mcfarlane Toys. Overall, straight to the point, this is a cool toy, especially if you're looking for those weird Batman aesthetics. I'm sure we all have our own classics or whatever, but it's always cool to get a different one on the shelf. Like I said, this one's from Mcfarlane Toys. I got this from Amazon for 20 bucks, and he comes from the Dark Knights Metal comic series. We also got a Joker Dragon from that, and hopefully we get the Superman, which we kind of have a Gladiator Superman, but he's like Spartacus type, and a Wonder Woman to come soon. Overall, this guy is pretty cool, and I think I like this a little more because I customized them. I'll show you what the original looks like here, but I went ahead and dry brushed a little silver metallic on all the black parts, like his shoulder pads, his gauntlets, and his boots. And then I did a little dry brushing in other parts to make them shinier, and add a little gold accents here and there. The best part about Mcfarlane figures, you get them, they usually have really cool sculpts, and you can customize them pretty easily. Now, I did make a few mistakes here, and we'll talk about that later. I didn't seal it before I started doing this review, so some of the paint came off, and I didn't use expensive paint, which I don't think you have to use, but I would recommend using higher quality paints. In this case, I didn't, because I just wanted to see, if the customization was easy enough where if I did mess it up, I could fix it or do it again. And I think the biggest issue was I didn't seal it. Seal your toys when you customize. But outside of that, this toy is real cool. One of the only real drawbacks here, he should have come with 2 fists, which he doesn't. You can, of course, replace with other Batman fists. And he doesn't have, let's say, coolest accessories. He only has 1, really. So let's take a look. We'll get into it and take a look at the accessories. We'll zoom in on some details. I'll talk about some of the customization I did, and I'll give you my recommendation if you should buy it, which is, yes, if you're looking for one of these alternate types of Batman. And this is one of the cooler ones of those from Mcfarlane. So let's go ahead and take a look. So as I said before, he only comes with 1 accessory, the axe, but it's a cool axe, and I did customize it too. Let's take a look at it here. So the axe is just a regular axe. There's not much to it, but I did paint the wrapping around the bottom. I wanted a metal feel, so I went with the silver paint, but you can do black or whatever you want there. And you can also paint in those grooves if you think that's cool. But at the end of the day, that's the only accessory that comes with this toy, which isn't super exciting, but there are a lot of other details and things we can look at. So I zoom in on kind of the top portion of the figure here. I want to show there's a lot of detail, and it's pretty cool. First, his shoulder pads, we see the right one here. They are this really cool bat with a flapped wing design. You can kind of see the kind of spinal detail of the wings, and the silver really catches on that really well. When you get the toy, like I said before, that's completely black, but it was super easy to do. I dry brushed it and put a little gold paint in the eyes. Kind of hard to see here. Like I said, I didn't seal it, but this is, I think this is like one of the coolest bits of to this sculpt here. And we're gonna see more, but you can see there's lots of details and divots and scratches, like this Batman's been fighting and in war, whatever fucking gladiators do, right? Taking a look at the head here, you can see more of that battle damage. He's got divots everywhere, a scar across his face. There are no pupils, it's just kind of a white-eyed Batman. And you can see he's got kind of a beard, mustache going on here. This is based on Greg Capullo's art from the comic, and it looks pretty spot on to it, but it also doesn't look too cartoony. When I first saw the promotional images, I thought, oh, that's a little too comic booky, but it actually doesn't. It blends in with the whole toy pretty well. So here we take a look at the torso a little more. We have the bat emblem here. You can see my fingerprints because I didn't seal it, but I painted it with some silver and gold, mostly silver dry brush, and a little gold paint smudged across to kind of feeling. More of the rivets here as well. I painted those silver, like I did all over the figure, and the belt buckles black. Now here's a complete look at that upper torso before we go into articulation. You can see his nice little belt, tassels, and he comes with quite a bit of detail. So into articulation here. Sorry, no gloves today. But our head turns around as we'd expect. It does go all the way around. You can get down about that much and up that much. And down. So head's okay. Torso, the top part moves quite a bit. So you can get really good back. You can get some decent forward. And yeah, there you can see when you combine the top and bottom. We get spin all the way around on both ends there. So the top torso and the bottom torso here can go all the way around with it. So both joints really useful in posing. This tassel here is a kind of gummy. Leg goes up this much, which isn't too bad. It's pretty good. And the best part here, we have thigh cut. The thigh cut is awesome. I wish Mcfarlane would do it more often. It really works here. It doesn't break up the sculpting. You got your normal Mcfarlane ankles, toe joint, and you can see the detail in the boots here. I did paint those as well. We got our double knee here, which goes back pretty decently. Doesn't kick his butt, but that's okay. We got the double elbow, which is also very nice, and we got a butterfly joint in there. You have to watch out for these bat pads. Even though we can go all the way around, they will hit the cape in the back. So might be better off replacing that cape with fabric cape, just so you don't hit it. But even with the regular cape, you can move it around. You just have to be wary of what you're doing. And here's the cape. It's soft like usual, but it actually is a pretty cool cape. It's one of my favorite Mcfarlane capes that we have. And this guy articulates really well. You're not going to get him to like crazy poses, but as far as a Batman with an axe, and you're going to be fine. Overall, I think this is a pretty cool Elseworlds type of Batman. I'm sorry I keep saying pretty cool. It is cool. The sculpt, nice. You're not going to hurt yourself. It's flexible enough. You're not going to poke yourself out. It's super easy to customize. As you can see, I think the total customization for me took maybe 30 minutes, and not including like the 10 minutes it took me to think of what I wanted to do with it. You can pose him real nice. He looks good photographing him. His joints aren't like super exposed or look bad in any positions. Go ahead, take a look at the toy. If you want it, get it. If you don't. It's kind of hard to do these toy reviews when I think back on it, because you buy a toy not because it's good or bad, really. Most people, you buy it because you really like the character, or you don't think it's going to come out again, or you want to take that photo. So there are so many reasons you might want to or not want to get this toy. But I think if you're looking for a Batman with a little different look, Elseworldy, but also gives you the articulation that will work, and just overall looks cool, he's a good get. Also, if you want to customize or try like an easy thing to do, he's a good Batman to get. Thanks for watching the video. Not super long this time, I hope. Follow us on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. We're everywhere at Super Chevy Bros. Thanks for watching. Coming soon, more reviews, hopefully. Go ahead, take a look at the pictures coming up. I didn't like super edit them or anything, but I think pictures at the end are great. Who doesn't like a amazing video, right? So thanks for coming. Enjoy.